So I realised pretty quickly I was on the wrong track. Didn't ask any more questions, I have to say. So I said to her, can you tell me about when you go and visit that queer up the road and she gets out of bed and you give her breakfast, what do you do with the bed? And she goes, well, you fold all the sheets into the middle because you don't want anything to fall out. Then you lift it all very nicely and you put it into the tub while you sort it. And then you make sure, if you don't have a tub, you can put it into the bath and then you put some granola in it. And then it's really important that you hang it on the line. So in actual fact, what she just presented to me was the most amazing description of infection control I'd ever seen. Rivaled the workbook. But in actual fact, she had no clue what infection control was. That was a light bulb moment for me in terms of the way we deliver services. I can say and call the stuff we use as training resources whatever I like. But if the person who's using it doesn't get it, it's redundant. And actually, what is our job? Our job is translation. And also, we should also remember that translation doesn't only relate to level 2. I've just been helping with some level 4 people. And when you start using terms like analyse, compare, contrast, if you've never had post-high school education, people don't have a clue what you're talking about. So if you say things like, go and have a look at this thing, and go and have a look at that thing, and tell me what's different. Here's 5 pages. And actually that's the other thing. One of the challenges I would make to you is that one of the things we've got to move away from is always capturing things on paper. Why aren't we taping or using other methods to capture assessment rather than just the written word? And I know that's actually quite difficult. And it's quite difficult as an assessor to actually pick that up because, by golly, I can't write that fast as people talk if I don't have the tape recorder. But it's about thinking differently about how we get the material and how we use it. So for us, it has been a systemic change in the way that we have delivered the training. We started out in a very small way by being involved in the home care services pilot and influencing level 2. So we rolled out this training and we failed miserably. It was hilarious. We did it and nobody came back because it was awful. The training was terrible. It was like being in an old school, the old nursing matrons. It was truly scary and they didn't come back and they hated it. So the feedback was diabolical. So we killed that idea. So then the next idea was that we went to the people and we didn't have any plan at all. We had no agenda. We just put one workbook on the table and said, let's have a go and see what we think of it. And that's how it started. And cluster learning for us has worked perfectly because people it's high trust, it's with people they know, they can, by the end of the session, ask the question that they were probably a bit chicken to ask at the beginning, and you've got to make the commitment, and it's got to be regular. And you know the truth? You've got to pay for it. You've got to pay people to attend the training. That's the truth. Because actually, we would expect to be paid to attend the training. So why should we not expect our support workers or people to attend and be paid for what they do? So we have to have a mind shift. We have to have a change in the way we think about how we structure our training and development. And we still frequently get it wrong. I'm involved at the moment in this new project around recognition of current competency. God, it's annoying. It's a really cool idea. It's going to have some amazing stuff. But you know what it's like when you're going through a new project and there's so much paperwork to make sure it works for one system and another system and another system. It's kind of torturous. But the result at the end will be amazing. And actually, it should be around the tasks that people do in their jobs, not what they learn in a classroom, because they have more value to me doing the work. I don't make any money off these people if they're sitting in a classroom. If they're doing a shower, I'm making cash. Let's be real here. It's not about having friends. It's making cash. I'm an employer. Well, that's what we're supposed to say, aren't we? I should actually say I'm the GM of a charitable trust, and we, of course, have charitable purposes and good social values. It's about the money, people. No, seriously.